Hey guys, welcome back to the Mighty PHI Games History and Reviews. And today we are doing a movie review. So if you don't know what this is, these are movies that I have watched recently, and I become a critic like for 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, and talk about them. Generally, I say the main plot of the movie, and then go through the cast, and then do like how it did in the box office, some cool facts about it, stuff like that. So, yay, let's go. So, the creature from the Black Lagoon. Let's start with the cast as usual. So, the cast, probably the most famous is Julie Adams. So, fun fact, so, I think MGM did this. I'm trying to remember who did it. I think it might, no, it was Universal. I'm so dumb. Okay, so Universal did this movie, and the studio actually insured her legs for like 120,000 because her legs were perfect on like perfectly symmetrical. I think that's what it was. So yeah, so she has been basically just in one other movie that I recognized, and it was Elvis's Tickle Me. So yeah, so next you have the creature himself. His name is Rico Browning. He is the only Universal monster that's still alive. And yeah, he's been in nothing else except so he played the creature for all three of the movies, and is featured once in the second, well, once for sure that I know of. In the second one, like for a second. Okay, next you have Richard Carlson. He is in the movie It Came from Outer Space, and another Elvis one, Change of Habit. That's pretty much it. Next you had Richard Denning. Well, he's been, probably, other than the creature, he's been in the show Hawaii Five-0. That's it. So next we got Nestor Paiva. It's Paiva. Oh my gosh, AVA. IVA. Oh my gosh. Okay, so he has surprisingly been, and I think this is the guy who was like, geez, he's been in a lot of stuff. But so was in the sequel, Revenge of the Creature. He's in the movie The Tarantula, which is actually not that bad of a movie. I've seen it. And he's also in the movie The Mole People. And so these all came out like year after each other. So yeah, he was like, he was in like in 4 or 5 famous movies there. And oh yeah, I forgot he was in Mighty Joe Young too. Oh my gosh, yeah, he was in a lot of stuff. So next you have Antonio Molino. He was in John Wayne's movie. He's probably his second famous movie, The Searchers. I think True Grit is the one. It's either this or True Grit. I don't know. And yeah, that's basically it. Next we have Whit Besel. He was in the movie The Magnificent Seven, and I think I know who he is. I think he's told the beginning. And the Birdman of Alcatraz. And he's in the movie Airport and the Time Machine, which is an H.G. Wells novel. It's originally. So yeah, that's our quick so we quickly through the cast. So the creature from the Black Lagoon came out in 1954. It was the last of the Universal monsters. They have 7, which was Creature from Black Lagoon. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. So they had 7. They had the Creature from Black Lagoon, the Mummy, Frankenstein, Invisible Man, Wolfman, Dracula, in the Phantom of the Opera. Those are the 7 Universal monsters. But then, like, well, they have so many. But I thought they had a whole bunch. Well, technically, those are the main 7. But they just came up with a lot of like sequels to them. Like Frankenstein had like 4 movies in that series. The Invisible Man had 4. Creature from the Black Lagoon had 3. Then they had like Frankenstein meets Dracula. Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. Wolfman meets Dracula. Stuff like that. So I had a lot of crossover ones too. So that's why they have a whole bunch of them. So the creature was the last new one to be created. So in this movie, though that Rico Browning we talked about was actually, I think it's Rico, I don't know. It's one of the two, because it's like Rico, like Rico, then it has a U at the end. So is that Rico? I don't know. Okay then. So he was actually an Olympic swimmer, something like that, like some professional diver, and in all those underwater scenes, he was holding his breath because he could do that for like a long, long time. He could hold his breath. So that's why, yeah. So that's why you barely see any bubbles coming out of him. Then in the second movie, they just totally like forget about it. I felt bad for the guy that's getting my oxygen tank in there. That's what they did. Yay. So they had two sequels to this movie: The Return of the Creature and The Creature Walks Again. But this one is generally the most famous one. It came out in 1954. Has a runtime of 1 hour and 20 minutes. It's a horror sci-fi movie. It has a 7 out of 10 on the IMDb, a 4 out of 5 on Radio Times, and 85% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 89% of Google users like the movie. It was released in February 12th, 1954, directed by Jack Arnold, and yeah. So so basically, now here's the main plot of the movie. So the plot of the movie is some archaeologists are digging, while they're digging in Amazon, they find like a fossil, like some weird thin hand, and then they go back to the mainland, they go back to the like place to analyze it. Like I don't know where it was at, but while they're gone, some people that they left behind for 2 days get attacked, and when they come back, they found they died. They're like, "What did this?" Talk to a local, and was like, "Hey, there's some prehistoric creature, like in this lagoon area." So basically, they go and try to find it. That's basically the whole movie. That's basically the main plot. You watch the rest, you guys see what all happens. So yeah. So personally, I think any age can watch this movie. Really, it's a nice family movie. Like it's only rated G. Like there's not much violence in it. It's just it's not that bad. I watched it like I was like when I was in kindergarten, first grade, and yeah, and I just watched it again with my little brother. So yeah, so I do no, it's nice little, I guess a nice little family movie if you want a little horror sci-fi kind of thing. So yeah. So personally, in a 1 to 5 ratings, this movie definitely 5. It's a classic movie. It's just great. Like I can't really say anything bad about it, except every time they show the creature have like that music go off, it's just like he's just sitting there doing nothing. Why is the music going off? Why? You just watch it. If you just watch it, you can totally tell what I'm saying. You can totally get what I'm saying. So yeah, that's all I have for today. So if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any comments, complaints, questions, answers to the questions being asked, and like good job, great vid, put it down in the comments below. And I want to know your views on this movie, if you liked it or disliked it, and why. If I got any information wrong, please put down comments below. I'm not like one of those guys who just hit report every time they see a comment that is like, that is correcting them. I like that because I get it right and I don't tell that same wrong fact like to 50 people. And if you do, I will fact check it to make sure it is true. And not just some guys like, hey, I can totally embarrass this guy. Yeah, big brain. So so yeah. So if you also have any like cool facts about this movie, put it in the comments below because I always like knowing other cool stuff about the movie. So yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.